All living organisms have to do three things for their species to survive and thrive. 1. Metabolize. 2. Reproduce. 3. Maintain homeostasis. Metabolism is a whole range of biochemical processes that occur within a living organism. Metabolism consists of anabolism, the buildup of substances, and catabolism, the breakdown of substances. The term metabolism is commonly used to refer specifically to the breakdown of food and its transformation into energy. Reproduction or procreation or breeding is the biological process by which new individual organisms, offspring, are produced from their parents. That is, sexual reproduction, that fuses the two special cells called gametes from a male and a female source. Asexual reproduction is reproducing without interaction or two sexes or genders. It is like cloning a genetically similar or identical copy of itself. Homeostasis is the ability to maintain a constant internal environment in response to the environmental changes. It is an undefined principle of biology. The nervous and endocrine systems control homeostasis in the body through feedback mechanisms involving various organs and organ systems. These are the 5 organisms or species that we'd be looking at today. Chemoheterotrophic urobacteria. Metabolism is based on a source of energy they use to power their metabolism. They consume organic, carbon-containing high-energy compounds made by other organisms. They obtain energy from oxidation of organic compounds. The urobacteria reproduced asexually through binary fission, where the cell split into two, producing a clone. Eubacteria maintain homeostasis by decomposing dead organisms so that nutrients can be recycled, or by being in the digestive system of another animal. Paramecium. Paramecium is a unicellular protist that uses its cilia to pull food into its oral groove. Food particles are then digested via a process called phagocytosis. Paramecium reproduce asexually by binary fission, where the cell split to two, producing a clone. To maintain homeostasis, the paramecium responds to variations in the concentration of salt water where it lives. The concentration of the solution is equal to the amount of solute that is dissolved in a given amount of solvent, so it basically eats salt. Club fungus. The club fungus releases the digestive enzymes that are used to metabolize complex organic compounds into soluble nutrients, such as simpler nutrients like sugars and phosphates. Unlike animals that digest food inside their bodies, fungi digest food outside their bodies and then absorb the nutrients. Club fungi reproduce asexually by producing spores or by fragmentation of mycelium. The sexual reproduction part of the club fungi is that its genetically different mycelia fuse and form dikaryotic mycelia that grows into big mushrooms. Club fungi maintain homeostasis by obtaining nutrients from its host. They also self-regulate themselves in order to survive. The balsam fir tree. The balsam fir tree needs macronutrients like nitrogen and potassium, and also secondary nutrients such as calcium and sulfur. They use photosynthesis to make their food they need to grow. Then they use cell respiration, which is sugars from the photosynthesis that they use, and it is stored and transported and then converted into energy. The balsam fir tree is a monoecious species. It has both male and female reproductive tissues. When the cones mature and drop, the male cones release pollen that is carried by the wind. If it happens to land on a female cone, it then produces a seed. This tree maintains homeostasis through evaporation. For this to occur, the needles must use nearby water to cool down the tree. Trees do this to maintain an equilibrium. The human. Our bodies convert what we eat and drink into energy. It's a biochemical process where calories from our food combine with oxygen to release an energy into our bodies that we need to function. Humans reproduce sexually, resulting in fertilization from intercourse, where the male sperm goes into the female egg. We maintain homeostasis through three different systems. Our body uses the respiratory system if there's a high concentration of carbon dioxide in the blood. The lungs then exhale more frequently to remove said carbon dioxide. Our body uses the excretory system if there's a low level of water in the blood. The kidneys then produce more concentrated urine, so less water is lost from the body. Our bodies use the endocrine system if there's a high concentration of sugar in the blood. The body then triggers a secretion of insulin from the pancreas. Insulin is a hormone that helps cells absorb sugar in the blood.